Where did he get those wonderful toys? This town needs an animal. Hey, everybody, happy Monday to you. Shadowhawk should be in here in a moment. He's out in the chat saying hello and happy Monday. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Been out and about a little bit today, and we'll share that today. Hopefully, Elmer Glitch will be in here talking about his channel a little bit and what he did while I was gone. But if not, maybe another time. Meant to have him on yesterday, and it was foul up. So, these things happen. Yeah, I ran an errand for my mother for one thing. She's been getting her bank statements later and later. One time she had the latest bank statement. Parador 7 in the house. Hello. It's going good since, got about 27 views right now. YouTube's counting on my morning stream, but I'm sure that's low. It takes a while for that count to come in. I don't know why. Hey, Omen Screaming Raven in the house. Just waiting on my co-host to get here. Come on, Shadow. You my co-host or what? Good help and all that. I was expecting Omer to come in yesterday and tell us a little bit about what he's been doing. And I had nothing more than that except for a few, things like monster news and everything. There's Elsie in the house. Hey, Elsie. That they might, they're putting them on 4K. I saw some 4K releases at Walmart today. They were Warriors come out to play, and it came from Outer Space, 1950 sci-fi classic, and they were in like a steelbook, I think, 4K steelbook, whatever presentation, and Alligator, and that was the only ones that I saw. But they're coming out with a bunch of this stuff out on 4K now, Shadowhawk. Or
cool.
flat. And really the price is not that bad on stuff like that, Did go to the dollar store to get some coffee, and I got the other clips that I was talking about, the Incredible Hulk magnetic clips. Got a magnet there on the back. Very strong magnet. Got one of those. And at checkout, I don't think I have anything Cat in the Hat. So I got a Cat in the Hat novelty pin.
Oh, okay.
He's all dressed up there, dapper and whatnot. So got that to put back here somewhere. Went to Walmart, and these look like Starburst. They're individually wrapped. I wanted to get the Super Beats gummies, but all they don't have Super Beats. They got Total Beats now.
Yeah.
And This is what I wound up getting, the chew. It's got that Ackee berry flavor, which is not. I wanted the Super Beats. They're very tasty. It's like a treat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They didn't have them. They got toy beats. They got Total Beats. So I got some of these for my blood, blood pressure. Help that.
Yeah. Similar product.
Help that blood flow. I saw you last night on the I Love Comics channel, Rex. Yeah. Why didn't you offer your ratings for the covers? Come on, man. Good to see you, though. Well, I'll tell you what, Eric. I came on, and that was about the time he's crinkling the chip bag. He's and it was very loud. And I'm like, these guys really don't know how to stream. I mean, you take a chip bag, that's almost like nails on a chalkboard. And I'm unfamiliar with it too. I know it wasn't just an auction, but yeah, they came in and they were doing stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm watching my time on the computer, limited time on the computer. I did go by the comic store, and there's 2 Spawn books I didn't get, but he purposely does that to the host. Well, okay, that's fine. It's funny, I guess. It's just loud audio. It's just you know. Do you want me to make loud noises and deafen everybody out in the chat every day? I didn't think. I was like, I'm out. I don't want to hear that, And I'm not that he was going to do it anymore. I'll come back. I think I've seen you over there a couple times, or on a couple channels. I don't know if it's the same channel or not. I've just kind of been perusing things of late. I did have them look in the back issues though, and got a recently released, because they didn't have it in my file, Thundarr the Barbarian #2.
Yeah.
And that's the cover I got for that one. Slicing some kind of brain creature there, on issue 2. I did get a couple of copies of issue 1. Got the sort of Bruce Timm looking cover, the more animated looking cover, the A cover. But then I also got one of those sealed up that's in a printed plastic bag. And I got a pretty good black and white variant from an artist that was a virgin cover when they first came out. I wasn't even sure they had put me down, but they did. God bless them. But I didn't get a second issue for some reason. But she found one, and there we go. So now I've got a complete set so far. The host did flip out, pisses everyone off at some point in time, including people like in the chat. Yeah. Yep, that cover is done by none other than Joseph Michael Listener. Okay, all right, that's right. He is doing some of that. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I'm familiar, and I know Don, his character Don.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of like these here. I don't know who's doing these. Maybe Frank Cho. There's #3, where he's fighting Ukla the Mock. First time in comic books, I believe.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know the time is limited. Well, it's limited on my computer because I've got a fan blowing in, cooling off the unit that's going out. That's why I try and limit the time that I'm doing research or doing a show. You show up, chat's jumping today, and that's a good thing. If you show up again for the rankings, they are based 1 through 10. I did make a comment about one of the books. The Atomic Angels was by Crusader, Billy Tucci. I'm definitely familiar with Don. Issue 3 has a beautiful cover to it. I've got some of those early ones signed by him, initialed by him. That's the way I bought them. #4 here. Some of those great Jack Kirby villains that showed up in the cartoon. I think Thundarr would make a great movie myself. It's got a pretty good premise,
Yeah, I don't see why not.
And I got 1 out of 3. I got the oldest one, so there's 2 more issues out. One 376 came out, but this is 374. Pretty nice cover for Spawn. They have went up in price. They are now $3.99 instead of $2.99. I'm hoping that comes down, but I don't think so. Now we go to the dollar section. See you, Eric. Eric's got to go.
Back.
So Divine Right, and I think I'm not sure on the artist, but this is the preview issue from Image. Divine Right. Got that for $1. He moved the dollar section out where it's more, Andy Smith inked cover here. Fate number 9. So you know that goes back a bit from DC Comics back in the 90s, I imagine. Dr. Fate, they just called it Fate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't know this, but the owner said the beauty here, and I'm not sure what number this is. I think it's just a standalone. All Good Things is the title. This is on Hulu right now.
Oh.
So it's got a TV show. So who knows?
Okay.
I thought it was maybe Barry Windsor Smith because there was a Smith up here in the credits, but it's fine. We'll look it over. We'll see how it is. And Keith Giffen's Tag, Cursed, here from Boom Publishing, number 1. There you go. Skeletal hand reaching up. And he's freaking out because he's kind of reaching toward his private area, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
I just call him as I see him, you know. You're out. Some 1996 goodness. DEFCON number 4, number 1. Image.
Oh yeah.
You remember DEFCON? Did you get this later title that came out,
no,
or did you pass?
I remember it. Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, you were kind of cutting back on the Image by that point. 96 was kind of a pivotal year for people to cut back. You know, DEFCON number 3. There, very busy covers. You know, it is the 90s. Of course, you know, there's been a lot of busy covers. You know, we showed some from the Bronze Age, and those are real busy. Now, these I didn't have to replace board and bags on. Why he spray paints the top of those so that he knows they're dollar issues. It ruins what bag, which could be salvageable, and makes a mess. Mike Spears, I've been seeing these. Some of them got great covers, great painted covers. This is Monsters from Keen Spot. Have you seen the Monsters?
No, I haven't seen that.
Kind of a Terminator. Now, this is issue 8. You can see it says issue 8 there. I guess this is overflow stuff for him, you know. I have not bought any of the Monsters, although they've got. Now, this is issue 8 too, so apparently variant cover. I prefer this cover myself.
Yeah.
But very compelling covers, as you will see here. This is another thing from Keen Spot. The Monster and the Wolf. Okay, the Monster and the Wolf. There we go. Okay, so which one's which here? I have to look for an issue. Oh, okay. All right. I won't show that one yet. So I got 5 copies. Yes, Elsie, I'll give you one. Number 1, the Monster and the Wolf. Look at there.
Oh, very cool.
For $1? I mean, you know, who wouldn't buy 5 copies of that for $1 a piece?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, it's regularly, let's see, Trick or Treat, blind bag, main cover. Okay. And then here's issue 2 here with a creature from the Black Lagoon. Look at that.
Nice.
And a skull. That was the last person that asked for a refund for that issue. Just saying. Hey, it could happen. Ooh, like that Monster and the Wolf. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. 5 copies. 5 copies of number 1. Why not? Great looking cover. You know, people like monsters. It'll never go out of you know, bad. Let's see. I think I have a couple of issues of that. Art's nice. Yeah. Well, not just self. Don't ask for refunds. Yeah. Note to self. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then on the back of these, they've got, they have like albeit that one might need to be replaced because it's split on the side. Oh my goodness. So we'll just take that one out. We'll make sure we put it back till after the show. But yeah, man, that's a cool, lifting the Wolfman up. But here's the back, almost like Famous Monsters used to do. Here's like their back issues covers. Some they're very small, so some of them you can kind of make out, but every one
Right.
of them really neat.
Yeah. Huh?
Just
Yeah,
really
I wasn't even
compelling.
aware of these.
Collect them all. Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing this at my local comic store, and it's intriguing, but I just never really, pulled the trigger on buying a copy of it because I kind of got started late on it. I don't think this Monster and Wolf is there. I think the Monsters, just the one that says Monsters, is the main title, and they're starting to branch off maybe. But Monsters theme, and then also while I was at Walmart, one more thing, I got 2 of these on sale. 40 markers for $25. It was on a
Oh,
rollback, and I've seen them where they didn't even have any there. But I got 2 of these. They might have the same markers, but less than $1 a piece for the markers. That's
yeah.
good.
Nothing wrong with that.
And each one comes with a blender. Of course, I don't use the blender, but there are ways. Maybe we'll have a special show where we, I and Omer talked about that one time on how to use the blenders, how
Right.
to use them, the different ways you can use them, because he's used them. I haven't. At this point, I've got 5 or 6 blenders that have never been used. I'm just putting them in one area all together. Yeah, I wish they had the Super Beats. I was like, oh man, I was really kind of jonesing for that gummy taste or whatever, and it had granulated sugar on it or something on it. They look like the old gumdrops you get, the sort of bell shaped.
Right.
The Super Beats did, but these look more like individually wrapped Starburst. On that type of stuff, I was kind of looking at price, but I was going, okay, the cheaper stuff is your powder. But I was like, I don't want a powder. I just want to take one, eat it, go on, for medicine. Elsie says, sweet dollar deal. Absolutely. I got every issue of the Monsters they had, which were the newer in new boards and bags. Almost. I mean, that one's ripped, but I'll replace it. Yes, I got a set of those as well. I have only tested them, but they seem to be pretty decent. I found a set on clearance for $17 because the hinge on the box cracked. That's good. Didn't affect the markers, did it, Omen?
There you go.
I like these Azure markers. I do like these. I've got several sets down here now, but I thought for $25, which is only $5 off the regular price, I think they usually charge about $30. They had a couple, and I said, okay, I'll buy both of them at $25. It's less than $1 a marker, and those markers last for a good long time, depending on how much you use them. Pretty good deal, I think.
Yeah.
And good stock up, because it hasn't been that long ago since I bought some other sets for myself too. So I'm looking pretty well. I would still like to have a better gray tone, just a good gray set. The gray set I have is like this, and it's water based, but they work good on the sketch cards and on the headshots and stuff like that. The head sketches that have done. So they work good. Something that didn't work good was those watercolor markers that I got at Five and Below. And that's only because it kind of roughs the paper up, takes the sheen off, gets down into the pulpy part of the card. I guess it's just too wet, or something gets too wet and starts to degrade the paper. I made it work, but yeah. And then I had tried some watercolor pencils earlier on one while back, and that did okay, but it also took off some of the sheen. So you'd have to have a certain amount, a certain type of paper to use those on. I'm not going to use those, but that's why I got them, to try them out. I can
Right.
use them on the watercolor paper pads, and you can get a watercolor paper pad. I forget the poundage, but it's pretty decent, over 100 probably, about this size. Well, exactly this size, from Hobby Lobby for $2. That's not too bad, and you get probably 50 sheets, or maybe less. It may be thicker than this, but this you get 50 sheets. The sketch one that's got the Michelangelo on there, and the drawing one has 48 sheets, and it's 95% poundage. This is 70% poundage, and I do that for writing and some head sketches and stuff. Raul
Hello.
and T in the house.
How?
Sabrina did ask about you. How is Raul? She does ask about you. Hope you're doing all right down there in sweltering hot Florida. It is officially summer here. I don't know when the first day of summer was, or if it's even happened yet, but it'd be crotch pot cooking out there, Shadowhawk. It's steaming.
Yeah.
That humidity is up, and it is,
Yeah, I don't know. We had a pretty nice
feels
day
like
yesterday.
93 out there, but it's
kind of
the
cool.
high is like 89, but it feels like 93. And I get to go somewhere tonight. They canceled Friday night due to rain or some reason, who knows. And re-up my phone for another month. So that's good.
Yeah.
So that I have phone service and know when Who was 91 yesterday? Elsie? Not my mother. She will be 91 this year. But in August 15th, middle of the month. Is it steamy up there? Because we've gotten a lot of rain in our area, and gotten some here to keep enough to keep the.
Hail Billy
I got
Power
out
back.
early before, huh?
No, it's kind of cool up here. We haven't really had any good warm weather yet. We've had a couple of nice days, but nothing like hot.
Temperature. Severe storms. Yeah, they say
nothing
Billy Power Max in the house. Hey, Billy. Yeah. We'll see how things progress. I said very early on that we're going to have a hot summer, and I'm standing by that. Humidity feels like 99 today. Yeah, on my phone it says 93, but it'd be hot. I got back there, and 15-foot long branch. I mean, big, thick branch, big, heavy thing, several of them just fall out of the tree. Boom. I heard it when it fell. And I had to drag those to the front. I got all those dragged to the front, and the small stuff thrown in the trash for trash pickup tomorrow. But I got that cleaned up out there. Just a little bit of debris that I need to sweep up back there. Ryan James, Mr. Octagon Comics in the house, saying glad you guys are back.
Hey, Ryan. Good to see you.
When I did my earlier stream, Mark Largic came in and he said, I've got you on in the background as I'm working. And I said, oh, great. I've been regulated to background noise now.
Not a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing. Yeah. At least he's got me tuned in. He might have been the first person in there today. It was a little bit later. It was a few minutes after 9 before I started. Doc Blaylock came in. We had a good discussion, as we usually do. Major wind got several limbs this morning. Well, hopefully they won't fall on your roof again, or well, that was ice. When the ice melted, it fell on his car and damaged his windshield and car. That happened to my truck. It was at the
Tell
top
me
of the
about that,
hill.
Greg.
Okay. And the ice melted and it went down the hill. And if there wasn't a little, little V cut there, it probably would have kept on rolling into traffic. But it stopped at the bottom. It happens. I took that into consideration this year, but it did. Usually it will ice, and usually we'll get snow and then it'll ice over. Didn't get any really ice this year. Fine granulated little sleet. Not very much either. Not enough really even to mention. But we did get snow, and that was in latter January when Abby passed away, because I had to bury her out in the snow and got stuck twice trying to get her to the vet to have her euthanized. Wasn't a fun time at all. To have that barrier up there with the weather. Ground gets hard in the wintertime. I had that low area, and I think she's in a good place back there. But there's a camper back there. I had to drag those big pieces between her grave site and the camper, and I had to watch out because there's a plug-in for the camper, the Neighbor Straight camper. I'll be glad when they haul that thing off. A lot of mud. I'm on the high end, so a lot of mud goes from my place into their driveway, and I'm trying to build that up where it won't do that. What the hell, Elsie? Just how many limbs do you have? Yeah.
Okay.
There's no telling. But one thing I didn't think about doing today, and that's fine. I'll give her another day. It's Monday. Didn't pick up my 200 sketch cards.
Oh yeah.
Which they can sit up there as well as they can sit at my house, but she owed me 50, so I just put in another order for 150 and paid for those. Paid for the book, the double-sided bog bookmark. She said whether it's in color or black and white, when it comes to the bookmark, we got one set price. So that's nice to know. Next time I'll just do a color one. But I really like the black and white. You got like Shadowhawk. He's a big fan of black and white.
Dang it.
And what? Are you being covered up by fire ants?
No, my damn phone is acting all crazy. I'll be back again.
Okay. Yeah, those dead limbs, I guarantee you, I just pulled on one limb, last year? Early part of last year, and it come out of that oak tree, and it was 15 foot long. I couldn't even really get it easily to the front yard. I just left it on the back patio all winter. My yard guy hauled it off. It was either last year or the year before. He was good to do that. I didn't ask him to do that. It wasn't in his way for mowing or weeding. Maybe the blower to blow the patio off, but that was nice of him to get rid of that thing for me. It was so big. With some effort walking it, I could have, on this side of the house, on the left side of the house, there's not a lot of room in there unless you go behind the shed, and that's where Abby's buried now, and there's a mound, and I hope to fill that in and cover that up flat so I can drive across there if I want, or like if I have some debris fall out of the tree. Every one of my trees are huge around here. Mike Walters in the house saying, hey all, Mike. Dropping in to like, share, and say hi. And I have even less room behind me here, because if I had a big limb like that to walk to the front, and I had no way to haul it to the front, I would have to go in his yard, and I'm not going to do that. So I was kind of stuck with that big limb in the back on the patio for all winter long. Winter before last, I believe, not this winter. But I don't know what's happened to my yard man. He's disappeared. Maybe a heart
I still
attack,
haven't heard nothing of him.
brain aneurysm. I haven't heard from him. But you know what? I drove around, and even on this street or others, it seems like people are letting their yards go more natural than what I see usually around here. Because mine's not the only one that's a little grown up and looking ragged, you know?
Right.
I really don't like that he cuts it so often and cuts it down so far. And then he came out without telling me, and he was going to take care of, you know, weeds in the cracks, different things like that. But he edged along and that stuff still hasn't grown back, using Roundup. I appreciated the sentiment, but it I don't like it.
You don't like an edge?
I would rather him not do that, you know.
Okay.
I mean, a spot here or there, but the way he did it, I mean, if you got a track about this wide that's dead along your concrete, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's a little wide.
I mean, about a half foot. I mean, he just was a little sloppy with it, you know. Put it way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, in my whole yard is weeds, dandelions, and onions and other stuff. I mean, when I first moved in here for the first couple of years, I had a lawn service come and service it, you know, and of course they spray the blue spots around and whatnot. It would fill in and look, you know, and had them do the backyard too, I think. But after a while, it's like, you know, that service is expensive and I'm not going to do that. And I kind of like the clover coming up and the other flowers and stuff where bees can get pollen from. And not that I like the bees, but I do want to do my part with the bees, you know, the bee population.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean,
helping out the bees a bit.
I was watching, you know, Civil War. I was talking about this today that, you know, people in the Civil War, they would take green pine needles, and most people have a pine tree around them somewhere, right? Unfortunately, my only pine tree that I have in the yard is right back in this corner, and it's 5 or 6 stories tall. So I can't reach any of the low branches or anything. There are no low branches. That thing be huge. But now you can take and you can put boiling water with the green pine needles, of course, throw the pine needles out and drink the tea from it, or what they call green pine needle tea, whatever. And that will give you enough vitamin C to not get scurvy.
Yeah.
Something that back then was bad on ships. You know, they didn't get enough vitamin C, citrus, you know. But during during Civil War, they would take green pine needles and make green pine needle tea. Found that interesting. They talked about pemmican. I really would like to make up a batch of pemmican. I mean, it's basically dried beef, dried meat, whatever, cured meat. And some of that pemmican, they say, can last up to, you know, unless you put berries or something in there that would have a little bit more moisture in it, it could last up to 30 years, some say. That's pretty good survival. You know, because soldiers would come in and they would take everything. They would take your livestock, they would take your food, unless you had it hidden, you know, buried or under your floorboards. You starved to death. You didn't survive the winter.
Right.
Corn dodgers, exactly. That's what I was thinking with Rooster Cogburn. You know, he had those corn dodgers, and they showed how you make those, or talked about it, where you take a little cornmeal and water and a little grease, you know. I don't know what type, lard of something, rendered bacon or something, and you put it. You put it, you know, you make little cakes and you toast it or whatever, and you have I forget what they called them, but they were basically like those corn dodgers. Uh, a little bit of cornmeal, a little bit of grease for binding, and a little bit of water, and you got it. Toast it up, bake it up. Cornmeal sandwich. That's chewy. Yeah.
I love cornbread, so I'd probably like it.
Oh, I love cornbread too. I'll get like cornbread muffin from Mom, already made up, and man, put about a pound of butter on top of that. Well, maybe not a pound, half a pound. Big slather it. Look at it as a wedding cake, and you want to decorate it with all the florals and all the swishes, and you want every inch of that cornbread covered in at least a quarter of an inch to a half inch of butter.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. I like butter. I cook with real butter. I have not bought that fake oily stuff in a very long time. It's been years. Parquet or margarine. Forget that. It's only real butter for me. You mentioned corn dodgers, and I'm like wanting a corn dog. I do Jones for a corn dog every now and then. But I refuse to pay like $1 a piece for those. That seems high to me. For a wiener on a stick with a little breading around it. But at least I didn't have to do the batter, and that's one of those things. If you make it yourself, it's probably more expensive. But we had in our old mall, Shadowhawk, we had a place called Heavenly Corn Dog or Corn Dog Heaven, something like that, back in the day. And they would have like foot-long corn dogs.
Nice.
You like corn dogs?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good thing. I can't find it. Unless the fair comes around, I can't find anybody that, or Sonic. Oh, $2 a corn dog, or however many. That may be more than $2 a corn dog. That's outrageous to me. Oh, you got kids? It'll be double.
Yeah.
We
usually do like I think they usually do like $1 sale or something at least once a week.
They used to have 50-cent sales, and I would go by and get a couple of corn dogs. Usually that's about all I have in my pocket. When they change the currency, I won't even have that. Rusted and disgusted, I watched the thing on the budget. I've watched. We got Godzilla news, about a month ago, for the new Godzilla movie that's going to be released the 3rd of November in Japan, the day after my birthday. And then in America, they're going to release it the 6th. So Godzilla coming to America on the 6th, the new Godzilla. And that's the Godzilla -1, or a sequel, the minus,
right.
What is it? -0? Something, or Godzilla 0.
I'm all confused. I forget if the first one was -0 and this one is -1.
-1.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Godzilla's totally healed and recovered in this one, and he's larger. He's going to be larger, so more Godzilla for your money.
There you go.
They won, of course, with Godzilla -1. They won, was in the theater, and they're re-showing, and 2 or 3 kaiju's rumored. They're probably going with King Ghidorah, the Hydra.
Right.
Most of the cast from the first movie is returning, so that's a good thing for continuity, I think. And in this movie, they're supposed to anti-gravity, of the center of the Earth that's featured prominently in Kong.
Right. Yeah.
It's supposed to be explained. So is that going to be exciting? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
We will see. That's right, because we'll probably go see that thing. Might be January before we go see it. We're Johnny Come Lately when it comes to new movies. I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Godzilla 5. Okay, don't know what that is, but sure.
Godzilla 5? I'm not sure what that one is.
Yeah, I'm not either. But it makes sense to him, and that's all that matters, and that's probably all you're going to get.
Hey,
without having him come on here and confuse us even more. Mark today on the early show that I did to kind of make up for our lackluster yesterday. Comic. Oh, the comic book. Got it. All right.
Oh, that's number 5. The comic.
He's talking comics. Got it now. Now we know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking comics. My head was in the movies.
Yeah, there was a guy that said he hadn't been in all year or whatever. He came in and got about a stack like that. And they're like, yeah, man, that's almost a month's rent or something, whatever. And maybe it was, but I mean, I used to get a stack like that every time I went in 40 years ago. But I mean, still, $50 would buy you that stack. Now it won't, but yeah, when the comics are $5 a piece, yeah, that's a pretty big stack. But me, I had like 2 Spawns, and they said I'll give him that one. That's the latest. So I had 3 Spawns, which I bought one of those today, and I had 2 of the Thundars in there. Was missing issue 2. She found it in the back issue, thankfully. And that's all I had in my pull list. I'm not going to get a big pull list ever again.
What's that?
They're fortunate that I buy the Spawn every month. I was buying Herculoids, but that only ran for 11 issues from Dynamite. I missed the first one in that. I got 2 through 11. I still got it. I'll go on eBay this year and get number 1. Then I'll have a complete set.
There you go.
And Space Ghost, I've missed some of those, but I've gotten a few. I've not even tried after that. I prefer Herculoids. I prefer Thundar. Of course, I haven't looked or read in the first Thundar yet, but I say this is, as far as I know, this is his first time in comics. I may be wrong about that, but that's worth collecting right there if it's his first appearance in comics, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Well, I think it might be, though. I don't remember ever seeing him in the comics before.
Yeah, I mean, Omer, you've never seen Thundar the Barbarian in comics, have you?
What's up, Omer?
No, not that I know of. What's up?
He's got a new comic out, now the last few months from Dynamite. And
I barely even remember seeing the cartoon, Rex. It was a little bit before my time, and I didn't catch it on reruns.
Well, thank you for dropping in. We'll talk to you later. Not a Thundar fan? I think they should make it into a live movie. I think it's got a great premise, a comet.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't a fan. I just said it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
you
see
can
it very often. It looked cool.
Thundar comic is a new thing. Okay. Yeah, I would think that this is his first appearance in comics. Herculoids, they go all the way back to the 70s, though.
Herculoids.
Yeah. So it's not their first appearance in comics. But so I think Dynamite does some of the most exciting type stuff. I mean, Vampirella and Harley Quinn. The Vampirella books. It's I think it's Harley Quinn and Elvira.
Elvira? Oh, okay.
That they got going on. So you got one lady that's got nothing, and then you got Susie Ample that's got more than looks like an Omer Glitch female. Yeah, there it is. One breast size fits all. Look at that. Big voluptuous. Is that a black diamond or is that striped? I can't tell. Big melon.
This is Devilina.
Devilina. I am familiar with Devilina character.
Yeah, this was for promoting issue 2 that's coming out.
And who publishes that? You know?
It's some indie guy, Josh, what was his name? John something, Kalikabinski. I don't know, something like that. Let me see, I can find it here.
Yeah, new He-Man movie coming out too. Marcus Killigrew in the house. He was over there with you yesterday.
Marcus.
We were over streaming us a little bit, but
yeah, I was trying to start earlier.
Omen says that looks beautiful. Omer,
thank you, Omen.
nice.
It's available if you want to buy it. Just kidding. $100 inked. I'm gonna once I color it, it'll be $300.
Redraw the cooch. Omer says Tree Goblin.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he wanted a camel toe or something.
You don't like the Gucci coochie? You want some hanging beef skirts there? You want some cold cuts?
Hey, Rex and Shadowhawk says Tree Goblin.
You want some roast beef? I think you want some roast beef.
I'm just waiting on you to say Big Hog.
Oh no, that was yesterday.
That
was we talk about roast beef. Today we talk about roast beef, Rex. Roast beef.
I love roast beef.
Me too. I love it. To eat that roast beef.
If it's on my top 5 to 3 list of slow cooked roast with carrots and potatoes and whatnot.
Yeah. I like to put the roast beef and put out my jus all over it. My jus.
Here, squirt. Yeah. Zero sugar. Yeah.
I love getting squirt all over the roast beef.
I think Squirt's got a lemon lime drink.
Yes, sir, they do. This is grapefruit soda.
Ooh.
It's grapefruit. Big melons.
Her Arby's, she has the meats.
Oh yes, she has the meats. I'm gonna give her all my meats.
Rump hump beef. Rumpty hump.
Rumpty hump. The Rumpty hump.
Oh. So we were going to talk to you yesterday about your channel and promote it and what was going on, and then also catch up with what you kind of did while I was gone over there and what kind of content you've been putting up. And
what have we been doing? Shadowhawk was there most days. We were killing it, making all the monies.
That's right.
And what character is this?
Oh, that's Hell Nora from Hell War by Bat Merc. I'm scanning all this stuff in right now.
Yeah, Bat was in.
Yeah, he got funded.
Yes.
He got funded. He made I think like over $75, just over. So that was great.
Yeah, it's great. Glad he made it.
Yeah.
I saw the. Yes, it has.
Color this up for him. For the better.
Saw the Bambi.
Turn for the better.
I saw the Bambi horror movie up for sale at Walmart. Didn't take a closer look at it, but they've got I guess Bambi's public domain, right?
I think so, yeah.
Marcus wants to know if Bat is going to print fan art, Omer.
He's gonna put it in the digital because it depends on how many pages he goes to print with. He's gonna try to put like at least like a splash page in the back with some fan art. So it's possible, Marcus. I know he's gonna include in the digital for sure all the extras.
Yeah, the digital. That's a good place to put extra stuff for the fans. I really like that.
which I think
Yeah.
everybody's gonna get a digital copy. If you get the physical copy, I think you get the digital. But I just got the digital because I couldn't afford it. But he might send me a copy for all the artwork. I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like our deal. You know, you back the digital tier for Devil Flyer, but you've done some work for me and are doing some work for me and have some future work to do. And you'll be getting a physical copy, I'm sure, with all your, you know,
With all my contributions. And here's
your contributions and your charter member, you know.
Yeah, I did get the. I did manage to get the physical ash can back in the day. I was late to it, but I did get it. Some more back
Bring on the
marks.
watercolor somewhere, says Raul.
Oh, well, this is Copic markers on this one. But yeah, usually I do watercolor.
I bought a couple of Copic marker sets today. Got a $5 off on both of them. Less than $1 a piece. 40 for $25. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
And that's Bone. What's his name with the cowboy
This
hat?
This is Butch Cleaver.
Butch Cleaver. There we go. Butch Cleaver.
Yeah. Then there's Hell War himself. Hell War.
Looks a lot like Lobo.
Yeah.
That
Well,
mask. What do you think about? You know, he definitely looks the part that Momoa in the new Supergirl. Is that going to be a successful?
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Pedro Pascal. I'm kind of getting tired of him.
Sheldon Martin, number 999 in the house. Geez, did that page take a whole marker?
Yeah, it took a whole slew of markers, bro. I practically killed 2 of them. Yeah.
What is the size of that? Is that's smaller than 17 by 11, isn't it?
This is it's on manga paper. So let's see. These are on. These are at. I think they're like 15 by. Let's see here, 15 by 10. I think.
Okay.
Or 14 and 14 and a half by 10. So just a little bit under the 15 by 10 border of.
One of the things that I have to do is like getting the whole figure on the page, no matter what size especially on small little pad paper or something like that, it's hard to, because I tend to draw big.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Go big or go home. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That bog cover that I did, I took a lot of marker too.
Yeah,
Sheldon's fan art that I finished earlier on stream.
By 11.
Yeah, this is 11 by 17. We got his 2 stripper sluts here, vampire sluts, and their master.
Is that what they are?
Yes, sir. As far as I understand, of course. Sheldon can correct.
What characters are these now? I mean, what's the title?
This is from Occult Descent Volume 2 for Sheldon Martin. Sheldon Martin, who's part. Are you part Hispanic? Martin. Martinez. Right. Sheldon Martin.
B.
He's part brown boy.
Sheldon says beautiful. Beautiful piece.
Beautiful. $100. Get it before it gets painted and goes up to $300.
Sure.
Oh my.
All this artwork's for sale.
You say painted, are you going to watercolor that or are you going to marker it?
Yeah, watercolor, marker, paint, whatever.
So you're doing like a mixture.
Well, I mean, I'm going to start it off with probably watercolors on this one. I don't know. Some of them I feel like this is going to be painted. The Magneto, I can see watercolor and paint, acrylics if I need to. I don't know. It just depends what I feel like in the mood. This one feels like watercolor because you're going to have a lot of like gray tones and like greens and blues because they're all dead.
Well, you got a lot of black. You got a lot of background there that you could do some really nice stuff in the background for it. Well,
yeah,
a background space there.
like a blend, like a fade or something. Do like
a wash or something, vapor, fog. That's always very atmospheric, like Hammer movies. Shadowhawk, I don't know if I mentioned, but the Hammer movie of Dracula, the first Dracula with Christopher Lee, it's going to also get a release in the theaters with 3 extra minutes added to it.
Dracula.
Cool.
3 extra minutes, not 1.
Finally left CG forever.
Ooh.
Hail treat.
What a lie! What a lie! He'll always come back.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what. Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, sure.
Without CG, he's nothing, and with CG, he is nothing. Oh, did I say that? Wait a minute.
I'm waiting for Don to leave CG for the 5th time or however many times he's leaving too. He follows the Liam playbook as well. I don't know why. Because he's wacko.
It's called being off your meds, I think.
Yeah,
nobody should follow the Liam playbook.
Yeah. You hear that, Donnie boy? Don't follow the Liam playbook, sir. Good to see you, Marcus Sheldon, Raul, in the chat. Elsie, Omen, good to see you guys.
Yeah, pretty good crowd here today. Welcome to a hot summer, and welcome to June, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to June.
No kidding. Today's June 1st, right?
Yeah.
Someone said earlier in my chat, Happy Pride Month. I was like, oh, God. The Bible says.
Just don't get caught. I believe it's on the 18th. Go ahead, Shadow.
I think I was being rage baited. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
No, I just said not the Pride Month.
Yeah. Don't get caught. I believe it's on the 18th with Juneteenth. That really peeved me off when I went to the bank. They were closed that one year. I think it was the year.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, don't get caught with your pants down on June 18th.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a
Damn, Rex, I didn't know you swang that way.
Is it Pride Month? I don't know. Ask Homer.
I don't know. Some kid in the chat told me it was. I don't know either. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I don't touch that stuff with a 10-foot pole, sir.
I was thinking about that a little yesterday. Remember
dropping your pants for Juneteenth?
No. I was thinking about June. You know what Juneteenth is all about, hopefully.
No, tell us what's it about.
The last of the slaves in Texas found out that they were free from after the Civil War. It took them a little while.
Forever.
A
little while.
To get to them.
Yeah. Wasn't it in like Galveston, Texas? I think it was around there,
right? They were just purposely not telling them, or what?
Yeah.
Gives a damn. It shouldn't be a freaking holiday anyway, in my opinion. That's stupid. Just another excuse for the banks and postal service not to go to work. But whatever.
Damn it, Marcus.
Celebrate it. What do you want?
Yeah, Tree's ready to celebrate it. He's putting rainbows in the chat.
I'm having to cut through a bunch of shit from Omer, and I can't seem to focus. But that's fine. I need to just write it down. That way I won't forget, right? The dullest pencil is sharper than the sharpest mind. But I can't write everything down. There's not enough postal.
Well, you don't know how to type, so you have to write it down.
I do know how to type, and I've known how to type since high school. Thank you very much. I did take typing. And we all fought over the 2 electric typers that we had. The others were kind of like, and there was some really old ones that you really had to press down on to strike those keys.
During typing class, I always tried to push the hottest chick to sit right in front of me so she could type for me. You know, just so she'd have some skill.
It's widely known that Omer is not rich because he has to pay lots of child support. As my sister would have said,
I wish.
Should have wore a raincoat.
Oh shit!
More than once. Yeah.
I wish. They should have babies all over the world. Yeah, little genius me's walking around and shit. I'd be like, yeah,
maybe that's giving you too much credit. Maybe you didn't get any at all. So maybe that's
no. I'm still a virgin. Ladies,
okay.
Any hot ladies out there? I'm still a virgin. You want to pop my cherry?
If anybody else said that, I would have said the yes on that. But
let's start a list.
Yeah.
Let's start a list, ladies.
Even though you've been married, it might have been one of those platonic things,
Oh God, that would have been horrible.
Had 2 beds.
The 2 beds. Yeah. Fuck that bullshit.
Yeah, you put a gate up between. Yeah. She has the chastity belt and has the keys to it.
Every time she goes to bed, she has a whole plastic sheet over her.
That's your necromancy, and when you worked at the morgue, we don't want to go into that.
Jeez. That's how I started the zombie plague.
Yeah.
That's right.
Marcus Killigrew says, my kids are geniuses. Well, there you go.
His kids are geniuses. One's a vet and the other one works for Tesla. What else could you ask for? But earlier, Marcus said,
when they go fishing, they pull out the bigger fish. So what else you want?
He says, hey, Omer, this month it's okay for you to watch trans corn. Why the fuck would I do that, Marcus?
Because I've been feeding them some misinformation about you. And you really have it.
Jeez. With friends like Marcus, who needs enemies?
Yeah.
Well, we do have to keep the kayfabe up for the show, drawing enemies. Marcus is my co-host, so. Who better to talk shit about me than Marcus?
And I'm sure he means plural there. My granddaughters are geniuses.
Apparently Elsie isn't, because he can't fucking spell or type.
Boy, you are tight. Talk about tight.
I'm just kidding, Elsie. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sounds so mean. Shit.
You suck. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I said sorry because I meant it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what this means. Sue them for dirt. Sue them for dirt. I obviously, grandfather's not a genius. Defamation of characters, yes. More than one. Yeah.
I'm gonna sue them for libel.
Gotta have some character first.
That's true, Shadowhawk. That's very true.
Marcus says, I have Dawn. No, you have Dawn. I have Dawn soap. That's what I have. I don't know what you got.
I think that's spelled D-O-N-G. You have Dawn. Elsie says, eat poo-poo.
That's what the monkeys do. I don't do that.
Yeah. You go to the zoo, you will.
Oh, man. Monkey see, monkey do.
Is pathological, says Tree Goblin. His dysfunctional behavior is chronic. He's infamous now, getting covered by channels with 500K subs.
Dude, he's never going to leave, especially if he's getting that kind of coverage and people are making money off him like that. He's
never going to leave.
If he's going to monetize it at some point too. I mean, he just has to put out a video and everybody watches him, you know?
Well, it's like what, every 3 months, every 2 months he's leaving?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
Well,
it
now-
anymore. You've left a half dozen times already. Get the hell out of here and don't come back. You know? What
Yeah,
the
we need to
hell?
get Dragon Rider
Leave.
too, buddy.
That's
When do we
like
get-
Cher saying, if Trump wins, I'm going to leave. They never leave. Very rarely does one of those celebrities leave America.
Oh no,
Right.
they never do. They always say they will.
Didn't Rosie
Leland
O'Barr
Cohen,
leave to France
NYCG,
with what's her
and-
name?
I think she went to England or something, and then she wasn't liking it. All the taxes and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't like it over there, huh?
Taking count. He says he's left 18 times. I would believe it. That's all he does.
18 times. Holy shit.
That's all he does.
Yeah,
And-
that's his
and
MO,
it's
right?
like, who cares? And why are you covering all this? I mean, I see Rising cover it, but he covers stuff like that. And you know,
Well, I heard Ethan say the other day that Cynic, he's like, I'm never gonna quit covering Liam. I'm gonna cover Liam till I'm dead or he's dead or he's gone and there's nothing to cover. I'm gonna cover him. He's worth too much money.
Yeah.
Everybody's making fucking money off Liam. We should all start. I'm gonna start a whole channel dedicated to Liam.
Yeah, might as well
Okay.
jump on
there
board.
you
Right?
go.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll strike the channel, right? He strikes the little guys. We shouldn't even be talking about him. He might strike us. He might strike
Yes.
you, Rick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what Marcus was saying. Rick's going to get struck. You know,
Yep. Yep.
he's probably got an algorithm anytime his name is mentioned. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. You say it 3 times and he appears.
Right.
like a bad penny or a leprechaun.
Yeah. Bad case of leprosy. That boy.
Well, personally, I've been on a stream a time or two with him. He's not really.
Oh yeah, you didn't have a good time with him. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I mean, I thought he was running.
It's because
interference.
Dr. Doom is the man. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Right, something about Dr. Doom.
Yeah, he asked me, well, what do you feel like is a legitimate question? What do you feel like? But I thought it was like running interference with what we were talking about. But that's fine. I answered his question. I said probably the greatest villain of all time to me, in my mind, is Dr. Doom. But it could be Magneto for you, or Lex Luthor, or whatever. You know, I mean,
Or tentacle
feel
cock
like-
monster. Whatever
I feel
you want.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it could be the bully down the corner. I don't know.
Mhm.
You know, I feel like Dr. Doom checks all the boxes. You know, he's probably got to be in most people's top 10 of top 10 villains
Absolutely. Just Dr.
of all
frickin'
time.
Doom.
But I could be
Yeah.
wrong. If you're not a Marvel fan, you might say Doctor Who. No, not
You might
Doctor
say,
Who. He's a good guy.
you might say Dark Seed, perhaps.
Dark
Yeah,
Seed.
Dark Seed's a good one.
Joker.
Oh, Dark. Who?
Darky Dark.
Okay, you've lost me. I don't know.
I said Dark Seed. Dark Seed. If you're a DC guy, and not a Marvel guy.
Who's Dark Seed? I've never heard of Dark Seed. Was that the time you did?
Dark Seed, Dark
use the
Side.
rubber?
Dark. Oh, yes.
Dark
Dark
Side.
Side. Dark
Okay,
Side.
okay. I've never heard him called Dark Seed before,
Sorry,
unless
yeah,
I'm mishearing.
No, I said it wrong. I I
Red
play
Skull,
an idiot
there's a good one. Yeah.
on the internet. Yeah, it happens. Elmer's retarded. Yes, absolutely.
Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, Ireland can have Rosie O'Donnell. Whatever. I mean,
Ireland.
well, maybe
Oh, did she go to
for a
Ireland?
little bit,
Oh, no.
you know. But waiting on my. Okay, I'm waiting on Elmer to jump on this one. I'm waiting on my unit to arrive.
That's funny.
And as soon as we do, we'll get it installed. And then we'll put this old Lenovo from 2011 out to pasture, hopefully.
Well, you ain't gotta kill it totally. Just buy a new power supply for it, and it'll be
No,
running
I
just
don't.
fine.
I mean, yeah, I'll get the new power supply. It does run on Windows 7, so yeah. I mean, I'll use it for another function, maybe, but just about anything you need, today you need to get on the internet.
You might be able to. Oh God, you should ask. Maybe Halder can include a Windows 12 or 11 whatever update, so you can put in your new
I
machine.
told him to install 11 on there.
Yeah, 11, but maybe he can give you a little USB so that you can put it on your old machine once you get the power supply fixed, and then you can update the old one to Windows 11 also.
Well, yeah, maybe I need to send him a thing like that, saying that. That way he could send it when he sends
or at
it.
least Windows 10. At least you can update it to Windows 10, because Windows 10 still works. But
free version, right? Yeah, that might help. If
I'm sure your machine would work.
Do you think Chrome has switched? Will no longer support?
Oh, it'll update to the new Chrome, because I have a machine that's running Windows 10 and Chrome still works and updates on it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, your own machine seems like it's strong enough that you could probably run Windows 11 on it, from what I understand.
Well, your Chrome. The Chrome now gives me the mobile app.
The mobile version, yeah.
Yeah. But you say that will probably be corrected if I get
Windows 10 or 11 on that machine, on your old machine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll after the show I'll send him a note saying, hey, could you put this on a speed stick with me, where I can download that onto my old computer, and then maybe I can have a backup in case anything like that. I mean, lightning could strike and wipe out the mini PC the day I get it.
Absolutely. Sure.
Anything could happen, right?
Anything.
And I haven't figured out really how to broadcast from my phone, and I really, unlike Shadowhawk, I don't have a desire to do that. I want a home computer with my Blue Yeti and setup here.
Sure, man. Sure.
Going somewhere tonight. I don't know where. Probably the paperwork redated from Friday. Probably Truman tonight to spray. Probably East Side because I did West Side last time.
West Side.
That's the side that was laid out by a drunkard. That's the older part of town, and it's kind of in a grid, but they've got so many cross streets and going diagonal, and they're in circle. Of course, you got GPS, so that helps, but on the tablet. But I didn't get to go out last time because my tablet wouldn't sync up with the truck. But I got 2 hours in anyway, and we were going to only be out about 3.5 hours. So I lost about an hour and a half on the clock. That's not too bad. Could have been worse. We're just kind of going out for looks now, but I've got to believe in a couple of weeks we're going to be out truly trying to kill some mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And it's about time. Apex Comics, if I didn't say hi, hello.
Hey, Apex.
What up, Apex? Apex.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't added to the dollar bin except for those monsters. I was showing these earlier for your benefit. I'll show them again, just the newer things that I got out of the dollar bin. Omer, the monster and the wolf, #1.
Yeah, I was watching the stream on 2X trying to catch up. Yeah, I saw you show these. But yeah, show them again. Yeah, dollar, you can't go wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah, these are. I think they're $5, $4.99. Let's see. I hate when they put the price on the back. I don't even see a price on here. Some of them really got. I mean, they must use Famous Monsters magazine as a sort of a template for their covers, because they got a Famous Monsters feel to their stuff. Bought
Hey,
5
right.
copies.
Right.
Number 1. Yes.
Let's see what the inside looks like. Too late.
Okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah, let's see her inside guts.
See what kind of art they're sporting. The covers look great. I just want to
Yeah.
see what the guts look like.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just blank
Oh, well.
with the quote from Dr. Henry Jekyll. Man is not truly one, but truly two.
Every page is
the
like that?
quote.
Wow.
You took a whole page.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Not too shabby.
It has a photographic type. You think they're using AI.
Oh, it might be a little
Maybe
AI.
not.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird. Like they're using stills or like claymation AI.
Yeah.
Well, the images look like they're kind of painted over, somewhat. Oh, there you go. Frozen person in the snow.
They're like taking photos and then scanning them into Photoshop or something.
Yeah, something, and then run an AI on them. Who's the artist, or how do they? What's the process there?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Creator, writer, story, art, colors, letters, cover art, editor, trade dress, designer, Mark Spears. So, apparently, except for the lettering, Mark Spears is doing all of it.
Wow.
Because it says Mark Spears Monsters. Seems like he's really going for big panels with a lot of environment, pretty sparse, but then when you're kind of in the snow and stuff,
that's got to be AI. It's got to be AI.
Yeah,
I would think so. I don't know. I can't really tell you if it's selling good. Okay, here's you a double page spread. Ripping that guy's arm off.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of space though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like he's going for a lot of atmosphere.
The wolf band. Some kind of lab thing going on. Oh, that's a cool upward shot like that. Him in the window.
Looks good.
Interesting.
I think that's it, except for advertising, the other stuff. Issue 2. There we go. Issue 2 has the creature from the Black Lagoon on the cover, which is always great.
Gotta love the old Gilman.
Got a little old Gilman, right? Except, when I see that, I don't see the red around the lips. I never really liked the lipstick look. I don't know why they did that, to tell you the truth, in the movies. Now this one does have, and it's got a gray tone, but again, it's got this AI looking type artwork.
Oh, the heads look out of proportion on that one.
Well, children heads are out of proportion a lot of times.
They're supposed to be a little kid? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So apparently he's going gray tone here on this issue. But he really gives his stuff, space to breathe. Panels, fewer panels with more scenery.
Right.
kind of a cheat sheet, same artwork on 3 panels here. Yeah, it tells a story, and there's no dialogue. There's no dialogue in any of this on this. Oh, Marty Feldman. Look, character Marty Feldman with the googly eyes, except he's got 2 eyes. Young Frankenstein. I'm sure that they looked for some of these Frankenstein stuff. They looked at like Bernie Wrightson and the way he did some of the layouts and things, nice silhouette there. So I don't know. I don't know if this would interest me or not. I'm not really interested in this ultra realistic, somewhat.
Yeah.
Looks like he's not that happy at all. He almost, of course, Incredible Hulk, inspired by Frankenstein.
It's got nice covers, but I wish they had more traditional artwork on the inside. That's not.
Yeah, the covers are really nice. They've got got some really nice covers. Here's some of the covers, the alternative cover. Well, this is cover E here. There's that Frankenstein upward shot in color for a cover. Some of the covers have nothing to do with the story, I feel like, but the covers are nice on these things. And this is put out by Teen Spot. So I guess that's probably Mark Spears' brand. I don't know. At Mark Spears Art. So if you like his stuff, and so this is 2 of 3 January 2026 first printing. So I guess at the latter part of 2025 was 1, and this is January 2026. So The Monster and the Wolf, I guess, being a story that lasts 3 issues. But Monsters is his #1 title, It's cover to 8 there. He does great covers. They're compelling. I don't think I've ever really flipped through one, or maybe I did and I wasn't that impressed. The covers are only part of it. I just noticed that this creature, has the floating skull there, but it also has a couple floating eyeballs on there as well. I don't know if you noticed those eyeballs. See the 2 eyeballs? Kind of spaced apart there.
Excuse me.
But they're worth $1. To me, they're worth $1. I mean, they're still in like near mint shape. Why not? They're beautiful looking covers. I mean, love that.
They're
cover.
minty fresh.
They're minty fresh. Look at that. That's great. I love
Yeah,
that. That takes me back to the first comic book I ever bought, which was Werewolf by Night. And Frankenstein picked a little bitty dude up just like this in that book, and that was Don Perlin artwork. Before Don Perlin passed away, I said thank you, over there on Facebook. He never did respond back, but I told him thank you. Your artwork was featured in the first comic book that I ever really bought off the stands. Let's clarify that. It's not the first comic book that I had. Now, what is this creature, this character?
This is a fortune cookie from the Glitch story. My character.
Your character. Okay.
Mine.
All right, fellas, it's about that time for me, man. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, Shadowhawk. Guess you've got to help prepare food, right?
Yeah, it's about that time of night.
Nice.
Don't know what we're doing yet. Mama's in the shower right now, so she's on her
Yeah,
way out.
Don Parlin's one of those unsung heroes that doesn't get enough credit. He did some good stuff. Had a good run on Defenders, did he not, Shadowhawk, back in the day?
Oh,
Back
yeah.
in the day.
Yeah. All right,
Go
everybody,
jump in the
have a
shower
great
too.
night.
Take
We'll
care.
see y'all
I
tomorrow.
know he did some Ghost
Later,
Rider.
Shadow.
I don't know how much, but he did some Ghost Rider. He was one of those that came around. Of course, he did cover for Justin Belmont.
Justine
Miss
Belmont.
Tommy. I think that's great. I've been trying to think exactly what I want Mike Gustovich to do for me. I talked about a double midnight cover for her origin.
Have you now?
I have. He's one of those that can do multiple characters and doesn't mind to do multiple characters, though. You know,
Yeah.
there are some artists that have difficulty.
They gotta get paid per character, Rex.
Well, maybe. I mean, you know, you work that out ahead of time.
You can't add no floating extra brain balls in the corner. That's another $100 character.
Yeah. I mean, I would still have him there, but let's say, come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
You got one from the waist up, and you got
a little
just
brain,
a brain.
man. What's a little brain matter amongst friends? Nothing. Come on.
Yeah. Now the detail with that character is, you know, because you got eyes covering all part of the brain, except for the brain stem. Yeah, you were saying too, you saw Ryan's drawing of that. I think maybe I sent you something over the phone after he kind of had the eyeballs laid in. You were like, oh, I see. I couldn't really envision how that would look as you were telling me about that character. But now that I see it, I believe you said it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think I must have got that from Starship Troopers. You know, they had that big brain bug with those oozy fish eyes, smaller eyes, you know.
Yeah.
I must have got that from that brain bug stuck in my head. I was just, I knew I wanted to create another brain type character like Cortex. And I was like, I remember, you know, when I created him, I was like, is this going to be too much? Is that going to be too much? Having two brain type characters, one good and one evil. Of course, Cortex I always looked at as a good guy, but as we were developing him years ago and named him, I think it was maybe Tree Goblin that named him. I said, yeah, I'm going to, you know, and then I thought, oh, I really do him different, but I like little round fish eyes, not the human eyes. Ryan had to figure that out, you know, in his mind. I was like, no, I don't want the almond shaped eyes on a grid. I want the more human looking eyes. I want something more alien looking, almost like fish eye, round, you know, and they'll all be blind, milky white, make it even look creepier. You didn't hire me to be a moderator back. So if I want to figure out what you had to do, then I guess I have to go over to your old shows and watch them, or
what do you mean?
Real Shadowhawk instead of you, right?
Well, I mean, this artwork is kind of what I've been working on, all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's showing the work. This is I don't know about 2,
Well,
3
I
weeks.
mean, you got to
3
clue this
weeks
guy
worth of
in.
stuff.
Every time you come on, you show 30, 40 pieces.
Yeah.
And I don't think anything about it because that's what you usually do.
Yeah.
I get that you're putting up there and scanning them in, but now a few of them, but I didn't know, that was, you were actually answering my question about showing me all this artwork. You got to clue a guy in, I didn't
Sorry,
know.
buddy. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I was letting
And I
everybody
know it's
talk
from,
and have conversations. They don't want to
yeah,
interrupt.
and I appreciate that. I mean, I know like a larger piece like this that takes longer, you go from one show to the other till you get it done. And you're like one that works and picks up on different streams, also multiple pieces. You're working on multiple pieces at the same time. You're kind of like LZ or myself in that. When it comes to the comic work, not so much for me. I mean, there are multiple pieces sometimes, but I've been trying to start on a piece and finish it when it comes to that. Now, when painting, I'm like Elsie. It's like, yeah, I got 7 or 8 paintings that I'm working on at the same time.
Right.
Or touching up or doing a little more. Sometimes you got to sit back and go, even with the comic artwork, on the detail, on the sketch cards or something else that I've done, I'll sit back and then maybe the next day take a fresh look at it and go, ooh, this could use that. And that would even, spend more time on it and make it
absolutely
even,
absolutely.
Yeah. And that comes over time. I mean, layers and layers and layers. And I think that's one thing Ryan does with his artwork. He's like, penciling it traditionally, inking it traditionally, and then digitally inking over that. And then he's doing the flat and the colors. So he's putting on all. One thing that I saw on the most recent piece was just Bone's shoulder that had the swastika there. He's starting to put in some of the shading and stuff, and that really gives it volume and shape, and it's really looking good. The creases in the pants and stuff it's going to look stellar.
Speaking of Ryan James, I think yesterday or today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Ryan James, I believe, over on Facebook. I think I saw something about that. No, it's not his birthday.
Yeah, that was I
don't know. I get notifications late because I don't see everything on Facebook.
That was 4 days ago.
Yeah, well, happy birthday to him.
According to YouTube. Yeah. His birthday was on the 27th, I believe. Vincent Price's birthday. And I covered some other people that had birthdays on that day. And then also the day before that was Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing's birthday. But all Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Vincent Price were born within 24 hours of each other. Only in different years, of course. But yeah, 3 of the big horror greats.
Wow. That's nice.
I just think it's so cool that Peter Cushing, well-known Hammer horror British actor, was in Star Wars, the original Star Wars. There's a lot of British actors in those Star Wars movies, not just the first one. Pinewood Studios, were James Bond movies and others.
Yes, sir.
Little
yes,
Mario. I hear that Michael the movie is going to beat out Mario to $1 billion.
Michael the movie? What is that?
Yeah, Michael Michael Jackson movie that's out that's doing gangbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently they've got a Super Mario or Mario movie, and apparently Michael's going to beat it to $1 billion in total.
Yeah, well, the last Mario movie that came out, yeah, it did really well. A lot of kids watched it multiple times. But yeah, I haven't heard. I've heard stuff about this new Michael Jackson movie, but I haven't seen anything on it. Haven't seen any trailers, previews, nothing.
I've seen the trailers, and I was like, who cares about an old pedophile, allegedly? Oh. Just saying. I mean, but people love his music, and it's done well, and, the marketplace will, it's kind of like comics. I had a discussion with this. We got talking about homage comics and with the owner at the local comic book shop, and I was pointing out some of the homage covers, and he was pointing out some of them to me. And also, where was I going with that? Michael, Mario.
The homage covers, Michael Jackson, the music's good, but he's a weirdo.
Yeah, that's what got us on it. I was pointing out a certain thing he had there. Todd McFarlane's been done to death. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes if I don't go straight to it and I get caught into the minutia of some side thing, then I forget the main thing that I was leading up to. That's just me.
It happens, dude.
Yeah, but we had a good discussion about covers and some of the back issues he got up there and stuff. But there was two guys come in there and talk to him while I was there, and both of them, why? And they were older. I mean, they were younger than me, both of them probably, but they were why are most of the people that I see going comic book shops just so nerdy?
Because they're fucking nerds, dude.
Talks about stuff. Huh?
Because they're nerds. I mean, dude, it's hard to.
It's like, are you
these guys
are you low T? Are you not a man? I mean,
they are low T. I bet you they're still virgins too.
Grow up, mature, and still like comics, but don't leave your manhood at the door.
It's hard. It's hard for some guys out there.
In the door, but at least bring it in with me.
Oh, shit.
Just saying. I guess some of the things that I talk about are probably nerdy.
Well, they are. I mean, comics are nerdy, but I mean, doesn't mean you have to be a total nerd about it. Like, you could have done physical stuff and exercise and not be a total fat ass. Yeah. Fucking drink soda pops all fucking day.
His mother, I take it, if it was his mother, came in and said,
"Oh God,
hey, we need to go." I mean, they got kids out in the heat, and and gas is so cheap now, right? I guess we got it to burn. He was just blathering on and talking and talking. It's like, God, would you just shut up and leave?
It wasn't his wife; it was his mother. For the older guy,
it looked like old enough to be his mother. Yes.
Oh gosh. Wow, he's still dragging around mommy.
Mom's out there, maybe with no AC. I don't know. They're melting, sweltering, and he's just shut up and go. Get your stuff and go.
Get out of here, boy.
I mean, have a fair discussion for 2 or 3 minutes, and then get your stuff and go. He was just like from the moment he came in.
Well, it's probably all the social interaction he gets all week.
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
I don't have a job anymore. He mentioned that.
Oh, there you go.
Deadbeat. Loser. No wonder your comics are piling up, because he hadn't been in all year, and he had what I would call a decent stack. And, I mean, at modern day prices, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But shoot, I had about a long box at one time years ago, and I needed
done that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just continued to buy like their overages. I would have been a lot better. Sure, I wound up with a bunch of multiple copies of stuff. That's how I wound up with a lot of Ethan Van Sciver covers at the time.
Hey, buddy, I gotta get going. I gotta take a little break before I do the 6 o'clock show that I got. The Pentagram
awesome.
Monday Night Draw. Got the Monday Night Draw, buddy.
So what did you decide to do about your 4 o'clock block? Are you going earlier at, like, say 2 o'clock? Like
It's called the What O'Clock. It's called the What O'Clock clock block now, so it's whenever I want to do it.
Oh, okay. It's just like floating out there.
Well, it's anywhere between 12 and 2 is what I'm thinking. It's like a pregame show to you.
Are you jonesing?
Not really.
Are you jonesing?
Well, I had to finish some shit, and I wanted to get it done, and which was the piece for homeboy Sheldon Martin. And,
well, I mean, every time, every stream, unless you're on somebody else's channel and you're drawing something specifically over there, you're working on your stuff.
I'm working all the time, dude. Every day now.
Time, right?
Every day. And since
if
I'm gonna
nice
draw
with the clock underneath, that's do good, isn't it?
Yeah, silence do gooding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I'm gonna draw, I might as well be on stream. So I try not to draw, and if I feel like drawing, then I'm gonna be on stream, and whatever time it is, you know. I've been doing pencils off stream. I'll do like the layouts off stream, but if I'm gonna ink or paint or something, I'm gonna jump on a stream, or do my own stream or whatever, you know. So, and I got a bunch of shit to do, and I gotta do your stuff, and
I do that too. You know, I
might as well
figured
document
out the pencils, you know, and then a lot of this, since I haven't scanned the last 20 or so sketch cards I've done, they're in black and white. And I kind of like the black and white. It's like I don't want to have color streams. I don't want to have any drawing streams. I do, but till I get my new computer.
Well, nobody sees you draw anyways. I don't know what you're talking about. We watch you draw. We don't see you draw anyways. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna have to get an overhead.
We watch you draw. We watch you draw.
Yeah.
While looking at you draw.
You see this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see the same thing with you all the time. Yeah.
I hope I work tomorrow night, but I hope I don't, so that I can go on Topicless. But if I work, then that's fine. If I don't, that's fine too.
All right, but
me.
I gotta get out of here.
Topicless. Okay, bro.
Yeah, Topicless.
But can't wait. We're gonna have to do something where we talk about a blender.
Sounds good.
Again, you know, how you can use a blender. So I haven't looked at these. They got this insert, which is different. I mean, on that one, physical gridded insert. Now all my other sets, I put like greens, reds together, blues. I've got enough of these sets that I can, you know, the oranges here with the yellows and segregate them, you know, because I don't know who could go by this anyway. It's so small, you know. But now this one, same thing, bought at the same time. This has the little plastic topper. Oh, it has the insert too. It's just that this one, okay, it's clear. It's got the plastic topper too. But I generally just lift those out. See, lift that out. You can make little ice cubes. You can make ice cubes with that. I don't know how you pop them out, but you could. And it stands up there. It's got little pegs. So now they're all just kind of mixed. But I'm going to segregate these anyway and put them in different sets. Anyway, isn't that irritating? That's what got me about that guy. He took that potato chip bag. I was like, I'm out, man. I don't want to hear that stuff. So you do that so that the box won't shut. You know, it gets caught up on the markers. But yeah, I've generally done them like this, where this is mostly got to have a lot of green for bog. So, you know, I've segregated the colors out to where I've got enough sets now where I can fit them all. very nicely. Some of them are small, like 24 sets. Here's mostly blue. Different types of blue, turquoise. Then there's these sets right here that are more square that I get at the Five and Below. They're not that bad. These are what I started out on. And then I saw the Azure brand from Walmart and started getting some of those. Take this insert out here. By and large, I really like the using the take this insert out too. I like the alcohol markers to color with. Throw that away. Here's a smaller set I have for like skin tones or the pinks or the terracotta browns. So, and that took some time, segregating them out. And this I've not been able to see again. I got this at Five and Below, but it's really light pastel colors, and I got 18 of those for $5. But I've completely dried out some of these. This is a good set. I wish I could find some more of this. If they ever carry this again, I'll get another one or buy them out, whatever they got. This one here, I've got sort of the grays, the purples. There. Now I have two other big ones. Maybe I can even segregate them out even more, because there's a few odd ends here and there. And then this last set here. But good price, $25 for 40 of these, and they're dual side markers. Got chisel point and the sharp point, so you're really getting two markers. Here we got the pink Flestonies again with the yellows and oranges and some browns. Maybe now I have space for just the brown, darker colors. But what I'm lacking, and you can see here in the purple and red, I really don't have a large selection of grays. I've got to find some more grays. You pay like $3 a piece at Hobby Lobby for like their brand, and I forget what their brand is called. I might have an example of it here. Arta J. Ryan, while Rex was talking about flesh tones, I was mastering the blade. Yes. No, just got. Well, I can't remember if those are square. It might be these illustration marker. I don't know. I have to look to see what these have on them. No, these are from the Five and Below, which you get 21 markers in that for like $5. And you get a pretty wide selection. Like I said, that's what I started out on to see if I, really liked using that for color. These are the dual markers, which are widely variety. Like this is a yellow ochre, this is a gray, this is an orange, this is kind of like an orangey yellow. But these are watercolor, and I can't really use those on the sketch cards. They get it too wet, the surface wet. I haven't tried them on like the head sketch paper. I can tell by the feel of this one, this is probably the thinner, 97 pound, or maybe 70. I don't know. That might be the 90 something. If I'm doing a 70 pound, 95 pound, $2 though is not bad for these. And then you've got watercolor paper as well. And then there's sketch, drawing, watercolor. And then I think there's something else, but I can't remember what it is. But Hobby Lobby, $1.99, 48 sheets here. 50 sheets here. I like to write and put notes on the sketch, and then if I have a preliminary drawing or something, I'll take from that. That's kind of like what I was doing with her. You know, she's going to be one of the 43 underwater characters that's going to go up against Sea Demon. Can't wait to get to Devil Flyer Zero. Sea Demon will make his first appearance in a story, which I've had for like 3 years now, trying to get to. He becomes really close friends with Devil Flyer in the future. You know, he's kind of like the navigator of the portals, because I don't want to spoil it, but there's I come up with these story concepts or whatever, and then I add on top of them, so it's layer upon layer upon layer. Why? You know, I think a logical reason why that would be, you know, and then you look at it and go, oh, that makes sense. He can do this and has the ability to do that because this happened to him. You know, I give you a reason, not just willy nilly. Now, sometimes it's great. Like I started the epilogue of story, the story that's going to be in Momentum Unleashed Future Visions. I started the epilogue with the epilogue. I mean, I basically had the story concept in half for a couple years now, but the ending, I kind of added to the ending a little epilogue. And basically in the main story, a car is thrown and you don't think anything about it. And then in the epilogue, you see that the car hit this laboratory and creates this other super being because of the accident of the car hitting the lab. And he comes out of the rubble and the smoke and kind of makes his cameo appearance, if you will. And he's a character called Scramble. And then the next issue, he will be in a story all of his own, is what I kind of have in mind with that. Or maybe it'll be another epilogue appearance. I kind of thought with Zigzag, which is kind of my mascot, running character that was, on the magnets that I had printed up recently. There's a couple sketch cards right there. I think I know they're, for the cannibal. This is what I'm talking about. I make notes, and then I did this drawing there, and I said, and then I was thinking about character names and cannibal, and I said, oh, he'd make a good cannibal looking character, so that's going to be Cannibal, and I've designated a couple of sketch cards for him, and I just haven't done them yet from that. But that's basically Cannibal right there. I was going to show the magnet again. Here it is. It's buried underneath all the trading cards that I've had printed up. But we only have one trading card, and we didn't really make note of it when Omer was on here, but he's got the coat there that he's drawn in bullet holes, and we're going to do some filigree, around, and this will be a rounded corner. I think all the trading cards, and I've told her in certain instances I want rounded corners, and she didn't give me rounded corners. She asked me about that on the magnet, and I said, yes, let's go with the rounded corners, because I thought that would look better. So we went with rounded corners on the magnet. That's Zigzag right there. He's the mascot, done by Rob Ewing. I haven't heard from Rob. I'm wanting to hear from Rob. Rob, if you're out there, talk to me. He's supposed to do a lot of work. I told him he's probably going to be my main artist that I use this year. Of course, who knows? I've given Ryan a lot of work. I'm giving Omer some work. Tank Ferret's working on something for me. I've talked about a couple different things. I'm sure that Rob may be already working on one color job of a Hopper. At some point, I've got to come up with a Hopper, Lady Hopper story. I haven't come up and don't have all the every story, but most of the stories designated for Devil Flyer Zero, I know what's going to be in there. For Unleashed, I pretty much got that drafted out. So, and I told Rob I wanted him to do a cover. I've got another cover in mind for Devil Flyer Zero. So there's two. Ironically enough, it's the A cover, the main cover, that I haven't figured out yet for Devil Flyer Zero. But I do have some concepts that I've put down through the years and stuff. I want it to be as good a cover as the John Dillard cover is this time around. There will be a blank cover, of course, probably to both issues. Momentum Unleashed, Future Visions, I don't have covers in mind for them yet, but I'm thinking on it. It depends on the stories. There'll be a sort of ninjetta type, there'll be a ninja type figure that you're getting introduced to. Shadow's Kiss, there's the 43 story set 250 years in the future. There's the Death of Silver Boa story. So I might do we'll probably do a Silver Boa variant cover. That'll probably be one of the covers. It could be like, him on top of a gargoyle like we've had drawn before. No need to reinvent the wheel. That's a compelling image. Just show the character off real good. Of course, this will be the Golden Age Silver Boa, so we might want to do something different. I did have concept for a wraparound, and it got into penciled in stages, but that was it. Where you had and I might just give it to another artist and have them do it. It was Golden Age Silver Boa here and Modern Day Silver Boa here. One on the front, one on the back, and they're on top of water towers, separate water towers, showing off both of those characters. There's a Old Lady Midnight story, or a Midnight story that I have in mind. How many is that? So you got Silver Boa, Midnight, 43, Shadow's Kiss, and maybe one more if we can get it in there, story. My comics are going to be anthologies, but now with Devil Flyer, we're going to be eliminating a story here, story there, story there. Every issue, we're going to eliminate one story, so that by the climax of the story arc, it's just going to be Devil Flyer, and all those secondary characters from the backstories are going to be rolled into the main story. Dirty Joe might have a different role because he's kind of chaotic neutral. I don't know all these terms, but he's kind of like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I look at it as impish, and a lot of it determines on the host. He has to have a host that he has to inhabit a lot of times. And one twist of that, in that future story, even though in Devil Flyer, the one shot that's going to be out this year, that you probably already bought, you'll get a male Dirty Joe. He's male. He's a male ghost or wraith, right? But in the future, he's female. I needed another female, and I thought a good twist on that would be make the Dirty Joe of the future a female. And that's based on the host. So in the future, it's a female host. The other host, the other character that is born of that era is Beatdown. And Beatdown's going to be in that 43 story in the future. And she's going to get a cover in Devil Flyer Zero. Because in Devil Flyer, the one shot that you're going to get here this year, she shows up at the very end of the Bystander story, which is being drawn now by various artists to complete it. John Dillard's drawing some on it. Ryan James is working on 2-page spread for it. Other artists, just maybe Doc Blaylock will have a panel in there that he's drawn for me. The crucifix of him, in a web that's up on the campaign. You can go check it out on Fund My Comic. Hope you will. And I hope you'll come back tomorrow and watch us on the 4 o'clock shadow again. I hope this wasn't boring. We do the best we can every day to give you content that you never asked for, but we're going to give it to you anyway, on a daily basis for a couple hours, hopefully. I've got to go relax before work. Got to clock in at 7:35, so an hour and 35 minutes from now. Kill those skeeters, make that Muna, pay those artists. Believe me, as soon as I get it, it goes right out, either for art supplies, collectibles to show you, or to get stuff printed up. I might go right with my new pen. Probably not. He's just going to go back here and sit somewhere. The cat in the hat. You got to have a cat in the hat back here somewhere. We're dealing with pop culture here, folks. Anyway, thanks for the views. Share this out, please. We need a Justin Belmont to come in right at the end of it. Hey, Justin. It's good to see you, sir. Salute to you. Yeah, share it out. If you don't normally share out the 4 o'clock shadow, need to get my views up. Pretty soon, we'll hit over 1,000 views in the last 28 days. So that's good. But we went from thousands of views to near zero. So help a guy out. Share this out. Talk about 4 o'clock shadow in your different chat things, Discord, Facebook, whatever. Help a guy out, at least for this first month. Hope to get my mini PC soon. It's probably going to be, I'm working night and day sometimes. And I signed on for that since I don't have my dog, kind of holding me back on the daytime work. It's like, give me night and day. Show me the money so I can get my book out and go on to my next book, which will be a very quick campaign, probably on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and Fund My Comic, which is the unseen artwork of John Buscema. Then very quickly after that, that'll be 100% done before we even put it up to launch, and then get that for field. Might even use RJ again to do that. I don't know. It probably will, because that's going to be a bigger seller, I think. And then take that money and go in and do 2 books, Devil Flyer Zero and Momentum Unleashed Future Visions. And if we do that, I think we're on the track for success. And don't wait 3 years, or it's not been 3 years, but it's been over 2 to put a comic out, But when you look at Ryan's work and the detail and stuff he's putting into it, it's going to have some you're going to love the stories. You're going to love the art. You're going to love the format and what I'm doing. And it may take more than 1 issue for you to get it. Like Timothy Austin says, how do you keep this straight in your head? I don't know. I do. And I write some stuff down too, stuff that I know that I'm going to forget. Inner Man's going to be the next big story in Devil Flyer. I can tell you that now, because I wrote at least 8 pages and I had to stop because I wasn't like thumbnailing it out like I usually do. The words were just coming to me. And I did that a couple years ago. But you'll get a bigger, basically it's just introduced in Devil Flyer, the one shot. But by the time you get to the climax, to the end of the story in issue 6, you should have 9 issues, not counting the ash can. You should have 9 issues in your hand. And that's why I call it, the title will probably be The 9th Hour, because you're going to have 9 issues. You're going to have the one shot, the 0 issue, the half issue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 9 issues. And then the 7th, which is kind of the wrap up, you'll get to know the origin of Devil Flyer. And it'll be just his book after that. Where it goes from there, who knows? Does it get canceled? I don't know. I think he's a good character. You know, do I have it all worked out? No, but I've got the bare bones of it, the basics, and it's all. If it's shaping up like uh the rest of the Momentum universe, I mean, when I create all these new characters, uh, it gives me story ideas. You know, it helps me tell the story. You know, uh, that's why I've been working so hard on solidifying the 43 and what those characters will be. Um, you know, because they're going to work into, you know, a lot of stories. Uh, I think the Momentum Future Visions is, but now I've got Phobia showing up, and I've got to have somebody draw that. It may be 3 pages where Phobia attacks uh, uh, Bystander, and then Beatdown shows up, and Beatdown will be in the cover on one issue, which is so cool. You get her first cover, variant cover, cover B for Devil Flyer Zero, and then she's in a story 250 years in the future going up against the 43. When I was putting all the characters together, I gave them rogues gallery. I took all my villains and I put them in all Beatdown's characters are members of the 43. That's all she's got. I said, it's shaping up to where she has, and I said, I made that a thing. I said, well, all hers will be from the 43, and she'll eventually have other characters roll in, but all her characters designated for her are from the Nazi super experiment. I never got to meet Don Perlin. Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, we were talking about that earlier, but you did get a cover done by him. That's cool. We talked a lot on Facebook. I bought a couple of covers for him and some other original art. Yeah, that's cool. I never did get to talk to him on Facebook. He never responded, but I did thank him before he died for being in the first comic book that I ever really bought on the stands. And my grandmother begged her and begged her and begged her, which is, you know, she's a good Christian lady and didn't want to buy it for me. The first magazine, this one right here, my dad didn't want to buy this for me because it was a little bit adult for my age, you know. Same thing with the Werewolf by Night issue that had the Don Perlin artwork. Can't remember if he did the cover artwork or not, but it had cultist, an upside down crucifix, cross, cultist, and a sacrifice. You know, going to stab her in the heart, and you know, Frankenstein's monster and the werewolf there. But it had robed cultist, and you know, and it just looked satanic, you know. So my grandmother didn't want to buy it to me. 52 whole cents to buy that thing. 52 cents. Come on, Grandma. She bought it for me, you know. Then I got in, you know, past monsters into the superhero gig. And the rest is history, you know. Now I'm making my own comics, thanks to you. And we will see you tomorrow on the 4 o'clock shadow. Keep collecting and take care. Have a